eSIMstudios, welcome back. So, I'm actually getting really excited for the Nothing Phone 3 again. We have confirmation it's going to be released on July 1st. That's basically 3 weeks away, three and a half weeks away. But not just that, I had mentioned maybe a couple videos ago that I was possibly not going to get it, which shocked and surprised me as well as that I'm sure it's shocked you, as much of a Nothing fan that I am. But there was one main reason why that was the case. It was expected to be a flagship phone this year, right? Now, they said pricing was going to be 800 euros. Equal that to US dollars. 800 euros is roughly just over $1,000 US dollars. So I was like, oh my God, it's going to be $1,000. They really increased the price. And Nothing doesn't have a trade-in program. They don't have an in-house financing partner. So, I mean, you can finance it if you have a credit card, but you get the point, right? Sometimes it's a lot easier and you get better deals. Now, if you go over back to Nothing, there's nothing. No pun intended. No in-house financing, no trade-in. But we got word this week that it was going to be 800 US dollars. That's really good news, because now I'm like, I could see myself possibly getting this, right? I got a couple of the devices in here. Now, I may have to go the long route and just manually sell some devices on places like OfferUp or Mercari and just get cash for them and then use that cash to buy the Nothing Phone 3, which I might do. But have you seen the design of the phone? So those two announcements were not the only announcements. The July 1st and the $800 price tag, which is $200 lower than what we originally thought it was going to be. They've also mentioned on their X account, Twitter account, they're doing away with the glyph lights. And I was like, doing away with the glyph lights? What the hell are they thinking? Like, that's what Nothing is all about. They're all about the glyph lights on the back, right? Every phone they have manufactured and produced has had some sort of glyph lights that interact with the device in some way, shape, or form. But there's a catch. So technically, they are going to do away with the glyph lights, but they're going to introduce a dot matrix on the back. Dot matrix. So I'm going to put up some graphics right here, and you can tell that this design is pretty cool. So at first I was bummed out. My God, they're going to do away with what made them famous in the first place. And I didn't make a video. I did not make a video about it, but I was going to if time went on and nothing else came out, or where I was going to say, what are y'all thinking? Like, how can y'all just do away with the glyph lights? And that's a staple with Nothing. Like, when you see I have never seen another Nothing phone in person with my own eyes. I'm always the only one, it feels like, in San Antonio, Texas, rocking a Nothing phone. I hope that is a thing of the past, because more people need to get hands on these phones. They're phenomenal. But we got word on their X account again. If you have an X account, follow Nothing, because they've done this with phones in the past where they put out little hints. They put out a little hint here. They put out a little hint there. They're going to rock a dot matrix light system on the back, which, in my opinion, I was thinking about it all day today. I was going to record this, but I just didn't for whatever reason. I got to run errands, whatever. Oh, and if you got a free case, I just left the UPS store. Your case is on the way. The dot matrix is actually better than the glyph lights, because technically, like, these little dot matrices, as you can tell in the photos, are little AMOLED dots. So you can actually do a something similar that lights up like a glyph lighting that they're going to get away with. The glyph lights are just like a little strip of an AMOLED light or of an LED light. But the dot matrix is like 1,000 little dots, 1,000 little LED lights in the back. So you can customize. This is cool. You're going to be able, I'm assuming, to customize certain graphics, to customize like your portrait, to customize a photo, and when the phone is laying on its face down, with the screen down and the back of the phone is facing up, you're going to be able to customize this dot matrix. You'll have certain animations. You can even, I'm sure, take a picture of yourself and it'll outline your portrait on the back. Like, this is actually really cool, and I think this is their next step, because this is going to be a heavy AI phone. The first phone that's going to implement AI like it's supposed to. Carl Pei, when they announced last year that the phone 3 was going to be delayed, he mentioned he wants to get the AI right. And dropped little hints again, little hints. So this dot matrix system on the back of the Nothing Phone 3 is going to be heavily integrated into the Nothing Phone 3. And I think it's really cool. I'm getting really excited, and I think this is going to be a fabulous idea. I know a lot of people like myself were bummed out when they heard Nothing was doing away with the glyph lights, at least on their flagship phone. They'll probably still keep glyph lights on the A series moving forward, but I think they're going to implement a cool dot matrix on the back. Now, look at their logo. The Nothing logo is a dot matrix, right? So this is going to be really cool. I cannot wait. The black model looks really cool. The black version looks really cool. I'm sure they'll have a white version. Ooh, that'll look really nice. I think you can do dot matrix with a white phone on the. We'll see. We'll find out. Maybe they'll do a dark blue like the Nothing Phone 3A. Anyways, I'm really excited now, and gonna try to find a way. Again, don't know if they're gonna have a trade-in program, don't know if they're gonna have in-house financing, so I'm gonna move forward like they're just not gonna have it, and then probably sell some phones here over the next few weeks, and start stacking up my paper and stacking up to $800 so I can purchase this when it comes out, because to my knowledge, I've been reaching out to Nothing, and I don't think they're going to send me a phone. I don't hold it against them, but I'm just going to buy it anyways. So no hard feelings. I want to get the phone, and I think I will. So let me know what you think of the dot matrix. It looks cool. The phone array on the back, I think they're going to have to move it, like in the picture. I think they're going to have to move it to either side of the device, because the dot matrix is going to take up a big portion of the back of the phone. So I think that render that we have right here, I think look, it's not going to be an exact copy of that, but I think it's going to look something like that, where the cameras are going to be on either side to make room for that dot matrix. So really excited. I don't know what CPU they're going to have. It's a flagship phone, so it should have a flagship CPU. Now, they did sign a deal with Qualcomm to put Snapdragon CPUs in their devices, so I'm assuming this is going to have a Snapdragon. It's either going to have the current 8 Elite, or I was going to say it could have the 8S Gen 4, which is more AI oriented. It's a flagship CPU. They just tune it more for AI instead of performance, but it still performs very well. But we'll have to wait and see. But I can guarantee you it's going to have UFS 4.0 storage. It's going to have wireless charging. It's going to have flagship cameras. It's going to have obviously flagship CPU. It's going to have base 12 256. Possibly I would like to see 16 with a ultra or pro variant, just with upgraded storage. It's going to be a nice phone. Hopefully it has a quad HD display, really good speakers, really good cameras. So can't wait to see what Nothing has up their sleeves. I know they've been hard at work for the last 2 years. It'll be 2 years since they released their last phone this upcoming July. So look forward to it, Carl Pei. I know you got something. I know you're working on something special for us. So just want to tell you early that I appreciate your hard work, and I cannot wait to see this new Nothing Phone 3. So let me know what you think in the comments of the dot matrix, and will you miss the glyph lights? Peace.